7 o'clock in Ranlo.
All right. Let's bring this regular meeting to order. Roll call.
Commissioner Cordell?
Here.
Commissioner Common?
Here.
Commissioner Fowler? Here. Commissioner Locklear?
Here.
Commissioner Moore?
Here.
Mayor Black?
Here. And Casey. Dear God, we do pray that you would bless us during this regular meeting from town Ranlo, give us direction. We pray you continue to bless our town, our residents. We thank you that no severe storms or weather has come our way. Not so with the rest of the state and area. We do thank you for sparing us. And give you our praise in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Okay, first item, adoption of this agenda. We have a motion.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, Jamie, second.
I'll second.
Okay. All in favor? So carried. Approval of the November 12th, 2020 Board of Commissioners special meeting minutes.
And we took care of that in our special meeting, so those are
Already
approved.
Those already approved.
Yes, that is.
We have no attendees.
We had one person registered, but they are not here at this time. Other than that, none.
All right, so let's go to new business, discussion of the holiday activities for the town employees.
I'll take that, Mr. Mayor. Christmas will soon be here, and I wanted to bring to the board's attention for consideration employee Christmas bonuses. I know in years past, the town has awarded each employee a week's salary. Our employees have worked incredibly hard this year. The police department is running over 2 times the normal calls that they usually have due to a lot of people being at home and the increased level of calls. Public Works has worked absolutely beyond measure without having the inmates here since March, and since I've been here, March, April, I could not have been more impressed or say enough about what a wonderful job they have done, how fortunate I am to have them working on our team, and how fortunate the town of Ranlo is. I rarely hear a complaint in anything that employees are asked they do. Even right now, Public Works is out working on a water line over here on Spencer that broke, and the police department is continuing to patrol. I did want to bring the issue for your consideration tonight as to how you'd like to proceed with holiday Christmas bonuses, when you would like those made, if you wanted to stick with the week schedule or the week's worth of pay, or even looking at a different bonus structure. Something that I looked into was perhaps, given the amount of hard work they have put in this year, maybe $750 for each employee. That would be more than most people make in 1 week and a little less than a few, but that is one option for your consideration. And also, without an employee Christmas lunch and Christmas dinner, I wanted to see how the board feel about maybe moving forward with a gift voucher for some type of meal, some type of food for employees, given everything that's going on. So this is, of course, at the board's discretion, but I knew that you would want me to bring it before you to discuss tonight prior to moving forward. So I would welcome any type of input, any suggestions, or any motions the board would like to make on this particular issue.
So the $750 per employee would benefit the employees that are paid less, and that, of course, the employees that are paid more, they can take the cut.
Right. And that would benefit everyone except three department heads and myself. Myself and 2 department heads. Everyone else would be seeing more. We do have 2 part-time employees. I would, if the board wished for recommendation, I would recommend perhaps $250 for each one of those. They do a great job, but that would be my recommendation to the board, if the board so desires to do that. But of course, it's at your discretion. Glad to entertain any discussion on that.
I think it'd be a great idea, whichever way. I would not be opposed to the week's salary or the $750. I think that they deserve it. They worked hard to do everything that's been done to carry the town during this troublesome time. And as far as the dinner, I think that's a great idea too. We can't get together and have them a lunch. They've always looked forward to that. So a voucher to wherever they normally got their dinner. The commissioners were always invited, and I look forward to that too, just to come out and have lunch with them too. That's the only time I usually got out here during the day, was to just to spend some time with them. But I think
21 budget in order to account for any type of bonuses or any type of salary raises that we wanted to do in this fiscal year. It is important to note that we did not do a cost of living adjustment in July, nor did we do a bonus in July. Those are two things that have occurred regularly in the past, but we did forego both of those given the uncertainty of the economic times, given the uncertainty with a lot of different variables coming together. So it is important to note we did not do any type of cost of living adjustment this year or any type of bonuses thus far, but we have budgeted $1,000 for each employee in each line item for occasions such as these. Yes, sir. Tomorrow. Thank you.
I have a question. Can the lunch for them, could that money just be added into the $750 opposed to giving them a voucher to go out to eat? You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna spend, I don't know, $20, $15, whatever for lunch, and just add that into the Christmas bonus? Only reason why I'm saying, because so many people now are trying to social distance, eating at home more, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, either that, or I think the $25 was the limit that,
We spent on
for
meals.
the meal.
Yeah.
If they use that carefully, they could do husband and wife for a smaller
Carry out.
carry-out, yeah, but
I guess I'm just thinking, I'd rather have the money, that's just me speaking. I'd rather have $25, add on to the $750, $775, jingle bell.
Do we have any employees that would, not qualify for the Christmas bonus based on like longevity or anything like that?
No. If we included the part-time employees for $250 each, that would take care of all of our employees. They would all qualify for it.
In years past, we always give them the bonus in November before the, Friday with the sales we have on
What's that?
Thanksgiving. Having sales, so that's what we normally do.
like the week of Thanksgiving, or.
Yeah, before that,
Thanksgiving, yeah.
The Black Friday deals or whatever, sometimes it's already started online with that. You know, we do have several employees that have young children, that they really depend on that Christmas bonus to buy their kids Christmas, and now that the kids are at home all the time, the grocery bills went up, they're paying for daycare, so they can work. So, to me, I mean, it's not gonna affect me, my family, any if we give it or don't get it, because the Lord's blessed us, but for the ones that really need it, I think it'd be a good thing.
I think I'm leaning toward the 750 to help out the ones who have the greater need.
Is that net or gross?
We could do net, that would keep us within the $1,000 budgeted for sure, for each employee. And it is important to note, because I know there may be some questions about it, the mayor inquired earlier about the current state of the town's finances. We are in a very strong financial position, certainly compared to other municipalities. We have over $2 million in our capital management account. We have the general fund, we have over $300,000 in our power bill capital management fund, and we are on track for where we projected to be on this portion of the fiscal year. We have seen an increase in sales tax. We were not expecting that. It's anywhere from 7 to 11% for August, September, and October compared to 2019. That's not what a lot of people projected at the start of the pandemic. So people are continuing to spend money. Those sales tax, we got the highest amount of sales tax that we've had in quite some time last month. So we are in a very strong fiscal position. The town is certainly doing well, and we certainly have enough in our nest egg for any type of unforeseeable expenses that may arise. So I did want to note that the state of our finances is very strong. We are in a good position currently.
I think that considering that and the fact that pretty much all of our employees are generally paid lower than the average salary, I think 750 would be good.
All right, do we have a form of a motion on that?
I make such a motion.
Okay.
Second.
You second, Robin seconds, okay, that will be the $750 per employee, $250 per part-time employee, and $25 food vouchers, is that right?
Either sign, since it is an across the board bonus, I think it would be fine to vote, but in abundance of caution, there certainly, if we may.
It's not like it's your decided to vote, so.
Right, okay.
It's unanimous.
The reason I asked that, I have a financial, I guess you call it, interest in this matter.
Can you, for the $25, can you ask the employees what they want, and then whatever the majority prefer, just go with that?
I would imagine that the majority would side with what Ms. Collins said. I don't want to be presumptuous and speak on behalf of the employees, but that gives them more flexibility and leniency to use that as they see fit. We can,
That way, we're not tying it one way or the other, just.
They
Yeah,
never
the
were
money
given
is-
a choice before, so
Right.
that's something
Maybe it could be a
new.
gift card, just a gift card, you use at a restaurant, or you use it for a purchase somewhere. Yeah, you
Oh,
just
like
write all the
Visa
gift
cards?
cards. I'm
The
sorry.
Visa cards?
Money extra to get those out.
they do.
It costs
That's-
more to
that's-
add on that.
Yes.
If you put it on the,
It's gonna hit taxes.
on their, yeah, 750, they'll have to pay taxes on that, so.
Correct. Right, well, if we do bump it to net 750 or 775, we would take care of that, and that would easily keep us within the bounds of pretty employees, so. So the motion on the floor is for how much, I'm sorry?
750 plus
750.
the 25, or is that?
Option, an option of the 25, whether you get gift card or you get the money. on
You
it.
gonna get all kind of answers when you give
Yeah.
them options.
I think that
Or just,
775, at the
$7.75.
risk of being presumptuous, I think that the
All right.
majority would appreciate that. I know they would appreciate anything that you all consider, so I thank you for consideration. So, I believe that Ms. Locklear made the motion for 750, would you amend that to 775, Ms.
I
Locklear?
make such motion, to amend it to 775.
And Commissioner Connor, you seconded the original
I will-
motion.
I will second.
Support that?
And all in favor?
Unanimous. On behalf of employees, I know they certainly appreciate that, and thank you for recognizing their hard work.
Next item is the discussion of the San Paulo Lane grinder pumps.
Recently, the town began working with McCall Brothers to service some of our grinder pumps that were having issues, and we were giving a very competitive deal to replace the ones on I'm sorry, I have San Paulo, but I think it's San Paulo, is it not?
San Paulo.
San Paulo, okay. The grinder pumps, we installed 3 new ones last week, and back in May of 2016, the board voted to assess a $17 maintenance fee on certain homeowners in the area for the upkeep of the grinder pumps. With these new pumps being installed, the upkeep is projected to be considerably less. And I would like for the town to consider discontinuing that additional $17 on these homeowners. I think with the new grinder pumps in, that it will serve less of a burden on the town for the upkeep, maintenance of these pumps, to discontinue that practice. It was voted on by the board in 2016, so in order to undo that or to discontinue the practice, it would require a board vote from that May 2016 vote. But I feel confident that there's going to be less of an issue with these grinder pumps now that we have put in new ones. The homeowners were very appreciative. There was some confusion over who owns the grinder pumps, and some issues were working out, particularly in regard to electricity. Some of the homeowners' electricity run the grinder pumps, where other ones there is a town electric pole down there that runs it. So I would like to work towards trying to get those all on the town's electricity, so that the homeowners are not burdened with additional expenses for running those grinder pumps, given the fact that we are unable to provide them sewer access any other way except for that grinder pump, given the proximity to the home. So I would recommend that we discontinue this practice of 17 for each of these homeowners, but would certainly defer to the board for any guidance or any input on that.
I think that if we can cover the cost with their current, their regular water bill, the same as everyone else in the town, we should do that.
I can speak on the $17. This issue came about back, right when we got voted in as council, or when I got voted in as council, the last go around, not this one, last time I was on council. That the discussion was gonna turn the pumps over to the citizens. And when they put them in, the town signed something saying that the town would take care of the pumps for the lifetime. And the citizens, we all met with the citizens, we had meetings with those particular homeowners to discuss a plan that would work for them at the time, for them old pumps we had in there. And they agreed to pay the $17 extra a month for the maintenance of the old pumps. But like Mr. Blunt said, we replaced the ones on Ryan Circle already, and they just finished the ones on St. Paul. So that maintenance fee, it's not really gonna help us now, because we got brand new pumps in there. The the maintenance is gonna weigh down on it, so I think giving that back to the citizens would be probably the best thing to do.
All right. So do we have a motion on board, to discontinue the $17 maintenance fee?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
We have a second, and all in favor? So carried. Next item on the agenda is, town manager report.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I do have a few things tonight. On Friday, we submitted our CDBG coronavirus relief application. I feel very good about it. It is very detailed, it is very thorough, over 200 pages, making our case that we have a need, and hopefully the Department of Commerce will also agree with that. And we got it in just in the nick of time. It was on a first come, first served basis, on a revolving basis until funds were expended. And we received notification today that they have closed, they are no longer accepting applications. So we got our application in time, although we didn't know that we were cutting down to the wire. We had to have public hearings and everything prior to submitting it. So I have received word that it's received, and I, of course, thank the board for your cooperation, flexibility in scheduling some of those special meetings. And also, I do want to give a special thanks to several individuals that wrote letters of endorsement for this grant, letters of recommendation. Senator Kathy Harrington, Representative John Torbett, Gaston County Health Director Stephen Eaton, the Adult and Aging Service Administration Administrator Michael Kuhn, and the Gaston County Superintendent Dr. Jeff Booker. They were all outside players that agreed to support us in this effort. They wrote letters of recommendation that went in with our grant, so hopefully we will have some promising news very soon about that grant application, as well as others that helped out. It was certainly a team effort with the Wooten Company, with local players that helped out with that. So I certainly appreciate that, and I feel very good about our application. With the conclusion of our public hearing tonight for the CDBG infrastructure, as I said, that will be submitted in the next couple of weeks, and I also feel very good about that issue as well. The town will be closed for Thanksgiving on November 26th and 27th, but there will be no delay in garbage pickup. Brush pickup will go, of course, on Wednesday, and will resume on Monday, the 30th. There is one final issue I wanted to bring to the board's attention tonight. Excuse me. The governor issued some revised orders for Phase 3 over the past few days, and has limited the number of people at an indoor gathering from 25 to 10. We resumed rental of the lodge a month or so back when we moved into Phase 3 with 25 in. I wanted to gauge the board's interest on how you want to proceed with that. We can make those who have rented it aware that there is a 10-person cap, or we can discontinue rental of the lodge for foreseeable period. That would be at the board's discretion. I'm fine either way. We can contact them, let them know there's a 10 cap, and give them the option of being fully refunded or continuing with the 10-person cap.
Are we going to monitor the amount of persons in the lodge?
We never have.
It would have to be on a complaint-only basis based on the issue. We go in, we check to make sure it's clean, have it cleaned, and then we have not made it a practice of monitoring or policing the area unless we're called for a force issue.
Is the state going to go and monitor it, or is there a potential violation? I think the fee is $200 for the first violation, I think.
I'm not aware of that, Mr. Mayor, but there very well may be. I don't know if there'll be policing patrolling, but we would certainly operate on good faith that we would.
Right.
We would.
Okay.
I think that we would alleviate the town from any responsibility or liability if we let the renter
Right.
know that there's a 10-person cap. They have the option to be refunded if they do not want to proceed or continue with that 10-person cap. I think that would cover the town from a liability standpoint, and that would alleviate us from any responsibility.
I like that.
I think that's probably our best way to do it.
Excellent. We will make those necessary arrangements, and I believe that is all I have tonight, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, one thing I would like the board to take into consideration is seeing that we're, canceling our Thanksgiving dinner, we canceled our parade, sort of put a damper on our holiday of Christmas. I was wondering if we could, maybe encourage all of our residents to decorate their homes for Christmas this year, and maybe even have a little contest, and the first 3 most beautiful decorations to be awarded with that assigned perhaps maybe on the 14th or on our next meeting after the 14th. Maybe judge them on the 14th, and then that meeting award those first, three. Is that something y'all would be interested in doing?
I think it'd be great.
No?
Since we didn't do the spring,
Right.
I think it'd be great.
And Ms. Locklear said that, in the past, how we did the prettiest yards of the summer was up the town staff to go out and, judge the yards, so, that would be pretty interesting, wouldn't it?
That would. Judges have this job.
We don't wanna put the lake officials in that position, see what I'm saying?
I think that's a good idea.
Y'all like that? I think it would be, something, a morale booster in this time of, season we're in.
My only concern is, isn't the meeting on the 10th of December? So we would have to do, they have to do judging.
When do we meet?
Right?
It is the tenth.
Oh, it is a 10.
We'll have to back up.
But otherwise, that's great.
Well,
People are already starting to decorate for Christmas now, I think
I
by,
think we're trying
By
to
the
get
tenth,
them
they'll be
moving.
decorated.
they'll be in full force, I would imagine.
Are we gonna offer a prize?
We normally do checks, we normally
It's,
do a monetary prize.
You got first, second, third place, that's what we done for the prettiest yards during the spring or summer, whatever we done. But,
In May is when we did.
yeah. I can't remember the exact amount, it wouldn't break the bank. or
Seemed like it was maybe $50. Seemed like we did two, $50 and $25 or something like that.
But the board would be excluded from this.
The board would be excluded.
Yes.
but we encourage everybody to decorate. Some's gonna decorate to the max. Like Guy.
I thought it was 75, 50, and 25.
Well, that sounds like a good number.
I mean, I thought that's what it was, 'cause we had first, second, third.
Okay.
We dropped off 25 every time.
Okay, that sounds good.
I can make those necessary arrangements and then, hope to announce the winner at the, board meeting of the tenth.
So would the lights go on the, normally when we planned it, is that when we're gonna cut the lights on, which will be the,
When was that, Ms. Locklear, after Thanksgiving?
30th?
30th is the Monday after Thanksgiving.
30th?
Sure, that's.
So
Sounds good to me.
y'all could start looking anytime
Right.
and then make the decision and announce it on the,
Yeah.
They need to, we'll
settle.
say if they have their homes prepared by a certain date, perhaps the 7th,
So,
and, that would be the day that, we'll try to go out, or there shortly after. I don't know if you can do the whole town in one day, you know.
split up.
Now, is the fire truck, is Santa gonna come do it?
Yes.
Santa's gonna do it, okay.
Sam's coming.
On the fire truck, okay.
Okay.
We'll post it on, our fire department page on Facebook and on the, town's pages, the town's page and the, Ranlo chatter page. We'll announce it on there, the exact dates. I wanna say it's the 14th, something like that, maybe that weekend.
Do you all give out candy canes or something like that?
We normally give out little treat bags, little bags of candy.
Oh, okay.
So do we need to put that in form of a motion?
I think the census would be.
Okay, and maybe
We'll
put it,
figure out the final details here.
we'll do the draft in the water, put it in the water bill.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
And, that sounds good. Do we have a consensus of the board?
Mhm.
All right. Any other, comments or?
I've got a question. Seeing as the 26th of this month falls on Thanksgiving, obviously they're not gonna be doing cutoffs that day. What's the plan for that?
I actually talked to Beth about this yesterday to see if there would be a more agreeable way, a more flexible way from her standpoint, because I was concerned about the burden it may present internally, getting bills ready and everything. But Beth, after our conversation, she indicated that she would prefer to keep it as is with cutoffs beginning on the 30th in order to be able to have enough time to bill the bills in the mail for the December billing. So that would mean cutoffs would be on Monday, November 30th, which would be by our policy. If board wanted to discuss a deviation from that, that would need to be a discussion, motion, and vote. And then the the same for Christmas. It presents a bit of a problem when we go to billing with the cutoffs being overlapped. If we delayed it anymore, there may be a delay in bills, and we certainly don't want to do that. But we did have that conversation yesterday, and Beth was comfortable keeping it as is, so that was the conversation we had.
Thank you.
The, fire department will be moving in next week.
Wow, that's great.
At least by the 20th, we'll start the process. We may not be fully in there, but we can drive on the front pad the 20th, and everything's complete, all but we're waiting on some appliances. They're back ordered, they'll be here in December sometime, but we do have a microwave, so that's all we need really to get something.
That's great.
Do we know when we're gonna do that?
The grand opening will be probably later on the first of the year, somewhere there. Let the COVID stuff die down, get it under control, and we'll have a grand opening, open house, January, February, sometime that nature, if everything's back to normal, whatever normal's gonna be. But,
That's
We're
great.
good outside, you feel social distance a little bit.
right.
I have a question, this year, since we're not having the parade, you know how they have the motorcycles, they do the toys for
The
trucks
toys,
or something?
They're
Is
still
that
on,
still going?
yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I believe that's the first Saturday in December.
Yes.
if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. At this point, I would, entertain a motion to adjourn. On the second. All in favor to adjourn? This meeting is now officially adjourned.
Thank you so much. Appreciate your time.